Hello YouTube, welcome to the dojo, you're here with Samurai Man, and today we have the Transformers Generations Deluxe class, Beast Wars Rat-Trap. And he looks fantastic, I love him. Looks great, this is an awesome, nice little deluxe figure. My favorite Beast Wars character come to life. He looks great. Great. Nice little shading here, brown, you can see coming on the back. I don't know if that's accurate, I don't remember if he had the brown. I think he did have a brown patch on the back, but I could be wrong. I don't remember. I do wish he had more buck teeth, though. See at the front, he's got like those two really gappy teeth, the pointy teeth. But in the show, he did have like those kind of squared off SpongeBob, Angry Beaver's buck teeth. So I would have appreciated that, but he still looks great. I like him. Nice little black beady eyes and a black snout, big old ears, just all around great. Great. He's great. Nice tail. I would have preferred it if it was like pinkish, but this isn't bad. Still a good tail. As you can see, it's very flexible. It's got like a wire in it, and then it's got like this rubber around it for material. So you can bend it, mess around with it, you know, do what you want. Have it how you want it. You know, something. I don't know. You can get something out of it. So yeah, that's cool. It's an interesting way to pose it. So as far as posability does go, you can actually flip around his hind legs. It does expose some ugly robotness, but you can't expose it around. Maybe get this tail out of the way a little bit. And he's got some hinges here at the feet, you can see. I want to get him going soon. Just give me one sec. You can rotate the paws. Here we go. Let me just zoom out. Here we go. Bring down the head, and you can see there's a big old gap in the head. Well, they fixed that. There's actually a panel here. I have to grip it. That does actually stay there for if you want to have the head folded, so it covers it up. That's very nicely done engineering right there, my friends. But there you go. You can have him like, what you doing there, you lizard face? Yeah, big old monkey boss. What's going on with the war? Something like that. Hey, Rat-Trap here. And I was wondering if you got some good garbage for me to eat. Yeah, what am I saying? What do we got here? What we got? So yes, I do like this. Look at that. You can stand up, you can sit down, it's good. The only bad thing is it's got a lot of robot-y junk. It's a good amount of robot junk in there. Junk in that stomach. And the only other bad thing is, when you do have him downwards, you can see it is still exposed. I mean, not so bad if you get these hips the way they're supposed to go. See there? So yeah, you can cover it up a bit with the hips, but yeah, the arms there. This weird chunk is part of the heel, actually. Sticks out quite a bit, which is unfortunate, but still not bad. I can forgive it because Rat-Trap's awesome. So articulation, again, you can do that head thing. Just make sure you get this panel so you can cover his face, but yes, his head can go up and down. See, if I get the panel there, it stays. Mouth can open and close, as you can see. His arms can rotate at the shoulder, and they can rotate at the shoulder all the way. And they can rotate at the wrist as well, and it's nice little rat hands there, you can see. And he's actually got like a six-pack on his hand, the palm. I don't know if that's accurate to actual rats. Do they have six-packs on their palms? I don't know. But he's got them. Let's see, what else has he got? He's got his back thighs that can go out about that much. They don't go too much, but they can go. Just enough to get that standing pose. Plus a nice little hinge here at this foot, at the ankle. So cool, they got that going on. His tail goes up and down, plus it's got that wire in there, so you can get some nice articulation out of that. So not bad. He's got some very nicely done articulation for a beast mode figure, because usually beast figures really don't get that much articulation other than the fact that their mouths can open. So that's nice that they gave him quite a bit. I do like that. I just want to get a nice little zoomed in closer look also, because you can see he has quite a bit of texture to him. You can see he's very furry looking. Obviously he doesn't feel furry, but he's got that texture to it. Plus his hands, you can see, look at those hands. They are very thin and spindly, like claws. Look at the bend in the knuckles. They look so beautiful. Like that fur and all that. Very nice. This tail's got like lines through it, because the rat tails are kind of weirdish. I guess the tails are just like the skin, but without fur. So this is what he would look like if he didn't have all his fur on. I do like this. The teeth. One complaint about these teeth is, if I can open it, is they only painted, at least for the bottom jaw, they only painted the tops of the teeth. So he's got gray teeth, and then the tops are painted. So that's kind of annoying. I'm thinking about going over it with my own white paint, which is a definite possibility. But yeah, ears are painted at least on the inside, so that looks good. They did a good job on him. Very good. Again, that underside kibble. He does have the gun stored in his stomach, which I do like. because it does make for good gun storage. You don't have to have his weapon just laying around, so that's nice. I do think that using this, like these hollow spaces, this would have been a big hollow gap, and then you just put in the gun, and there we go. You can see his face. Hey, you guys. Hey, can you give me some privacy here? I'm trying to be a rat. So there we have him. So transform Rat-Trap, we'll just start by removing the gun, just because, I mean, you gotta remove it regardless, so you might as well start now. I mean, you want him to hold it, don't you? The instructions say to remove it because it actually is 2 separate guns. And the instructions say, hey, pull out this piece, then this piece, but that's too difficult, so I just pulled the whole thing as a one piece. I mean, why not? So anyways, get that out of the way. We'll go ahead and break up, because again, animal, shell former. I mean, we've been over this. Get the hands out of the way. Not as shell forming as you think, kind of, a good amount. Actually, it's a lot of shell forming. What am I saying? More so than Rhinox, but, you know. Split open this whole midsection, get that out of the way. This is an accurate transformation to the TV show, because I remember in the TV show, he pretty much just stood up, and these flaps opened behind his back, and the arms just crouched up behind the back, and the hind legs just crouched up behind the back, and his tail just rolled up along his spine. And it was even the TV show, you know, animation was very shell forming. You could tell just from looking at the show. And his whole body was just crouched inside robotic mode. So at least this is a little more creative, because it's not exactly like in the show. So anyways, what you're going to do here is we're going to get these legs out. See? Get them out of the way, unhinge them. And we're going to take this whole midsection and bring it forward on this double hinge. So yes, very reminiscent of very many vehicle modes from the movies. Rotate the hands downward, and then I think you're supposed to have the paws outward like this. Oh, I remember there's a transformation step where the paws are supposed to be done in a certain way. I think it's like that maybe, and have the paws up. Or is it down? It's down or up, I can't remember, but I'm going to do it the way I want to, so once I get it all settled. Next, we are going to unfold these legs, because they're dangling all over the place. Let's get them going. So what you want to do is, the thighs are actually kind of outward. What you want to do is push them in. Very subtle, but it makes a difference for going into the rat mode, and I'll go over that when I go into rat mode. Then what you want to do is, if I can remember, take this bit here. Yes, take this bit, and you can see there's a split here, and fold it around to fill out the back of the leg, which I do like. That fills it out very well. Bring this down and tab it in. And then just bring in this rat foot that fills in the rest of the foot. So he's got a foot on a foot. So interesting how that works. Very creative. I wouldn't have thought of doing that myself, at least. Then bring this inward, and then fold this bit forward. If I can get it. There we go. In all the way. Am I good? I don't think I'm in all the way. Oh, there we go. Now I'm in all the way. There we go. So that's in. Bring down the foot again. Fold it all together. Bring the rat foot. So the feet are done. And they come out very well. I'll go over that more later. And then fold out these. If I can get them, let's see. Yes, fold out the shoulders of the robot mode, which are pretty stiff. And it kind of worries me. And again, I'll go over that later. And then we'll bring down this rat face. And in the instructions, it says to bring down that little panel. You can kind of see it sticking out here. But because of the way the joints are made, they kind of go together. So I don't have to worry about that. It does it for me. And then let's see, what do I do next? I fold in this butt piece, fold it up here, the rat butt. And then, like I said in the show, the rat tail kind of just goes along his back. It doesn't do it quite as well because this is just like a bendable rubber wire thing. So just get it out of the way as much as you can. And that's pretty much it for transformation. We're done. Are we done? We're done, right? We're done. Am I done? Am I done? Kind of just bring out these rat arms as much as you can, like this whole section. That's what I do. Just kind of like fold it as much as you can. Just collapse it. And then angle the rat hands how you want them. I want to say they were like this in the show. I can't exactly remember. But they had something to this degree where they were just like kind of laying around his back. I don't remember if they're down or up. That's what's bugging me. I'm going to leave them like that. That don't look too bad. Is it like this? Am I doing it right? Did I do it right? Did I do it right? Let's see. Bring this down. But yeah, kind of just like, again, shell formery. Just kind of laid out. Oh, and then rotate the forearms. It's very stiff. I don't like the stiffness of this arm, but it's what it is. But yes, there we go. And Wars-Rattrap reporting for duty. Ready to take down the car. Here we have Wars-Rattrap in his robot mode, and it's very, very well done. It's got a bit of a combination of IDW comic books slash CGI model from the old show. So good combination of both while still appealing to fans. All around, they did a great job on this. I wish I did have an older Wars-Rattrap figure to show off. I do have my Beast Machines one to compare with, and I'll do that in a sec, but for now, let's take a look at that gloriness. Look at this beautiful silver paint around the feet. He does have actual toes, which is kind of weird. I mean, they're kind of like rat human toes with toenails and everything. So that's kind of interesting how they decided to go about that. I mean, it's not accurate to the old show, but I think it's accurate to the comic. I think it did have that in the comic book, so interesting to see that. It's got kind of like a flesh tone again with the thighs, and then a nice kind of gold metallic-y, not gold, but nice metallic-y brown for the thighs. And then he's got that silver paint on the forearms. And I'll get in closer so you can see, look at that Maximal logos. Yeah. Nice silver here up on the shoulders. Nicely done, I do declare. Same with on these shins and everything. Looks all so very well. The color scheme just looks great on this guy. And that nice, again, color on that face. We'll have to take a look at that. So you can see here I have Wars-Rattrap's face. Double face. He's got his rat face there, which is accurate to the show. He did have his face on his chest. And his actual face with the brainy looking thing coming out. You can see he's got his Maximal logo here on the forearm. That looks great. Look how tiny that is. Beautiful. Very show accurate. See here, he's got light piping. That's a very cool looking brain. It's very, very nicely done, like a beehive or something. Or I don't know, man. It looks great. You can see he does have light piping, but they painted his eyes, which I don't mind. I think I like the red eyes better than clear light piping. I think that would have looked weird. Look at that face. That just looks interesting. Weird mouth plate. I like the nose, the scrunched up nose, just like in the show. Some vents on the side. I don't know if that was in the show, but it's probably the comic books. Do again. Wish they had done that. 360 around the whole head, the paint job, but still good for what it is. Looks nice. And one last little thing I want to show off. You can open up the forearm as promised. We got that forearm panel that opens up just like in the show. And he does have binoculars slash a bomb. Because actually the bomb, he does pull out a bomb that he sticks in the Predacon base in the show. That he pulls out of his forearm. And it does look like this. But in the instructions, they show him as binoculars. So, you can do either, I guess. I don't know if maybe they just didn't want to be like, hey kids, he's got a bomb that you can have him play with. It might have been the reason why they just didn't want to have that going on. But yeah, it's up to you if you want to do either or. So, it kind of works. He's kind of like, you know, hey, what's over there? What do we got on today's agenda? Something like that. Because that's how he always talks. He goes, hey, that's how he starts every line, doesn't he? What do we got going on over there? I'll take you to this little, when we get back on Cybertron, I'll take you to this little hole in the wall. They got these fembots. They don't wear any chassis. And Wars-Rattrap also comes with this singular slash double gun. It's a very nicely done gun, if you can see. Let me try focusing. You can see it looks very nicely done. Lots of good molding. I like how it's not just clear. It's like a smoky clear. So it's not so super, you know, invisible. You can still very clearly see it. So I do like that. Also, it does split up into two separate guns, which is, again, pretty cool. Because I think I want to say these are both accurate to the show. Like, he might have held both of these guns at some point in the show. And also this combined gun design. But again, I'm not 100% accurate on that. So, if they didn't, whatever. If they did, even better. Obviously, he can hold it in his hand. There you go. Nicely done. Isn't that good? Optimus Prime will just hold him up. Shoot. Shoot. Start shooting. Hey, monkey bot. Don't touch me. If you aren't going to go in there, I'm sure as heck not going to risk my skid plate. And for his articulation, his shoulders can come outward very much, which I like. And then this piece here also comes with it, so you have to just kind of mess with it. Only thing I don't like is when you try rotating at that ball joint, it's so tight that it can feel a bit worrisome, like it's going to wear out over time or something, so be careful with that. Also, same here, there is a bend at the elbow. It doesn't bend too much, actually, but good enough. But what's worrisome is, again, it can rotate the bicep. It is part of the transformation. And this one's not so bad. It's a decent amount of tightness, not too bad. Nothing at the wrist, but this arm here, bring it out and around, oops, like that. Tight again, but this rotation is super tight. And I do worry about that popping out or something, or just giving out over time. So hopefully not everybody's is as tight as mine, because this one's really tight. I have to go pretty slow just to make sure. Because what I'm afraid is happening is the inside plastic, as I turn it, is getting caught, and it's not turning with it, and that will definitely wear it out over time. So just something to be care of. And the thighs, you can bring out ball joint, universal movement. Bend at the knee, back and forward as you can see. Looks weird, but yeah, very nicely done knee articulation. So very cool. Nothing at the ankles, but that's a lot of knee movement. I mean, you can go back and forth. What more do you need? Head, it's on a ball / just panel. So you can look up and down, turn his head a little bit. It's pretty stiff. Oh, wait, is it on a ball? Oh, never mind. Wait, I thought it was on a ball. Yeah, it's on a ball, but it's hard to get it to move. So you can't rotate it side to side, but that's about as much as you're gonna get. So nicely done, not bad. Just aside from some of the tightness, I mean, it is a bit tight on that arm. But other than that, it's not bad. Very well done. So here we have the comic book that comes with it, and that is very nicely done. This I feel is a little bit more TV show accurate, just based on the head mold and everything. He's got those buck teeth in the front. His head's a little bit more rounded off. He doesn't have the vents on, or he does have like vents, but they're not super wide on the side of his face. And you can see the color is a lot darker on this skin tone, so I'm glad they made it lighter on the actual figure, because that's more accurate. But other than that, it's very accurate to the figure itself. Unfortunately, he is not in this comic book at all, other than the cover. He made the cover, which is good. It's fantastic, front page stuff, but it'd be nice if he was, you know, talking or being here or just existing in some panel. Just like maybe he could have been like somewhere in this firefight. Like maybe he's like right there. Yeah, that could have been Rat-Trap right there. Just, but nah, he didn't make it. And here I have Rat-Trap paired up with his generation buddy Rhinox, and I don't think this is a bad scale. I know he should be a little bit smaller. Maybe he should be a little bit smaller, but I like him for this size because he is significantly smaller here. And just as a standalone figure, this is a good size. I think if he was smaller as a standalone figure, he'd suck. Honestly, we don't need reductions in sizes, please, no more. So yeah, this is not bad. I like it. Aesthetically, they look fantastic. I think size-wise, they look great. They're just two peas in a pod. Cheetor and Dinobot, where are you? Front and center. We need some new Cheetor and Dinobot. I have the Japanese Takara Optimus Primal Legends series coming in, so I'm pretty sure that's the exact same mold as the anniversary one. That's what I've heard. So as soon as that guy comes in, I'll have a nice little team going, and then Waspinator's coming in eventually. He's coming somewhere down the pipes. Hopefully we'll get more Predacons from that line. So far we're getting a good amount of Maximals, so let's keep the good times going. I like this vibe. And here I have Rat-Trap with his old buddy Rat-Trap, the Beast Machines version. And this guy needs a better update, just like Tankor got, because he was an awesome character, and I loved his design in the show, but this toy does not match up to it. I like his head, I like his rat mode, but this robot mode is just not anything like he should be. So you're next, buddy. You need it. Let's get a spa treatment and everything. We'll clean you right up. That's what I say. But you can see, you know, just what Rat-Trap you look like in Beast Wars and get an idea of kind of what he looked like in Beast Machines. I mean, again, Beast Machines is infamous for not looking anything like the show. So you take the basic idea of this. Wheels, nice head sculpt, green color. That's pretty much what you can take away. But there you go. So transforming back, we'll just start with lifting up the head. Let's get that out of the way. And we'll fold up his arms kind of at the shoulder. Bring them in, rotate them completely at the shoulder. Do that on both sides. And if you can, bring them inward. There we go. It's coming in nicely. Then fold it again. It's quite a bit of hinging, but get that all in there. Just stick in all that junk. Start from here and move our way in. There we go. That collapses all that shoulder stuff in. And then rotate it so the hands face outward. And you got this binocular piece sticking outward as well. And we'll stay there with the hands for now. Next, what we're going to do is we'll take this foot and bring it out. Get the foot going. There we go. Bring this up. It's on a double hinge here. You actually have to bend the foot forward, which is a bit of a challenge. There we go. Well, at least it was at first, just because I wasn't really sure what I was doing. But once you know what you're doing, it's not so bad. But yeah, get that going there. There we go. Have that in like that. rotate this panel here, this big old chunky panel, to fill out the rat foot. If I can get it, I'm kind of like holding myself back. There we go. Get that going. And remember to kind of slide this piece out. See how it just slid there? Now it's kind of loose. We want that because that's important. Do that later. And then we'll do it again on this side. Hold everything together. And get that arm out there. Get that foot up in there. And then rotate this. Oh, I see what I'm doing wrong. That's why. Okay, take this panel, bring it around. Hey, work with me. Work with me. There we go. There we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Bring it out a little. There we go. So that'll make this go forward. Then we're going to have this all like that. And what am I going to do next? Okay, get this all lined up. I just want to have this ready to go. Kind of get these hands. You can see wedge them into the feet. They're very hollow for the hands to fit into. So I want those to go in there. Just line everything up. Keep everything straight. And there you go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this big butt panel and flip it outward if I can get it. Everything is kind of jammed in there. So you kind of have to get things the way you want them first before you start getting there. There we go. And then kind of fiddle with everything as you go. Because like I said, it is pretty well jammed up in there how they did it. And do this like that. There we go. Let's see if I got it lined up. So there, bring these thighs down. And what we're going to do is bring this double hinged giant piece back over here. And this is going to be the trick part. About to do a trick move. And don't go back in. There we go. Trick move. Bring this whole back piece back. And as you do, you want this groove here to go into that openings we made before with the thighs. And it does get difficult. Don't think this is like crazy easy, because it's, quite frankly, it's not. It's a bit of a challenge, but work with it and it'll work with you. So yeah, you want to collapse the whole back in and get the legs all jammed in there. Kind of had to do it off camera because it was just not happening quite the way I wanted to. But then just line up the arms again. We'll have those lined up here just to fold it in and condense it as much as possible. So now we got him like free falling, like whee! Got him like that kind of pose. You're gonna bring out these back pieces, or these like kind of like shoulder and back pieces on the hinges. Kind of just rotate them around. It's very all closely condensed together. It's shell forming. You know how shell formers are. They're bits and such to have it in and collapsing in and so forth. So yeah, get that all there. And I think just rotate the hands forward, and I think we're pretty much done. Let's see, let me just make a double check on everything and get this piece here. Let's get this up. Not quite. There we go, get that up like that. Yeah, you want to have like that, like that. Get this down over here like that. Just want to make it as much, bring this down, condensed as possible just to hide robot junk. And lastly, we'll take the gun. And there's a giant peg hole right there. And a giant peg at the end of the gun, obviously, to hold on to. And bing, bang, boom, there it is. Rat-Trap. Maximize. Hey, let's maximize. So yeah, there it is. There is the Rat Man, the Rat-Trap. The trap of rats, the rat of traps. He is ready to go into some garbage. Frankly, he's just a garbage eater. He even says so in the show. He likes to eat garbage. Watch the show. I'm not making it up. Alright? You ain't afraid about it? Anyways, guys, this is a great figure. I highly, highly recommend it. Especially if you're super into Beast Wars like I am, I highly recommend it. Just because they probably are going to keep the line going. I don't see why they'd stop now. They're probably going to make plenty of other good series remakes as well. I'm hoping for some more Robots in the Sky stuff. A lot of good awesomeness going down. So there it is. Anyways, guys, don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to my channel on YouTube. Share around if you like. Tell all your friends. Also, don't forget to follow me on Tumblr and Vacation. I need to get a ton of pictures up that I've been lagging on school and work and blah 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 blah. Also, don't forget to follow me on Twitter at Vacation as well. And also, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at Mechas of Iron Hearts. I have all this great stuff. Planning to do some more pictures and stuff. Hopefully, I'll get some time tomorrow. I haven't had a day off work in like 5 days, so I'm exhausted, but I do it for you. So anyways, guys, take it easy, and until next time.